What's up, guys? Welcome to Monchkinz Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Monchkinz logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and welcome to my pull video for Onion Knight's LD/burst banners. Okay, so this is unfortunately a voiceover. It's not a reaction or an actual, pull reaction that I normally do, because when I recorded this, I just ended up not putting my headset on and just went and recorded and pulled. I don't know why, but that's how I did it. So do enjoy what you guys are seeing on the screen. But I do want to talk about, since I don't do a lot of should you pull videos anymore, or I haven't done any since I don't even remember what was the last one. But I do want to talk about Onion Knight anyway. Now, don't worry, this is not going to be a should you pull. I'm not going to tell you whether you should pull or not. This is just my general opinion on Onion Knight and how he is with his LD. I think he's a pretty great character. Right off the bat, I like the flexibility, although it can be detrimental as well, like having the magic base attack and a melee base attack. So if the boss is able to have double resistance or something, or along those lines, well, he can be gimped. But in saying that, he can imperil using the ice element, which is something that can bypass those problems. And he can also enchant. Now, he's probably not the best enchanter. You're relying a lot on his C65 ability. To a certain extent, the LD does help, because you can get free skill usage out of that LD, and you can use his C65 ability to enchant the party with the ice element. So even though I say there's, his hybrid Dissidia can be detrimental, he can sort of bypass that in a certain way. Now, if the enemies are immune to the ice element, then that's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? So overall, I do think the LD is pretty nice. A lot of people are actually, I feel like, are pulling for this LD because you get free ability usage. And I can understand that. The thing is, like in JP right now, I've been playing for a while now, and I've noticed that I actually don't go through abilities as I thought I would. Like I don't even need to use HP attacks at certain times, and I still have a ton of abilities left. So while this is great at the start of Lithuania, towards the end, I feel like because of the power creep and stuff like that, it is going to be to the point where I actually don't feel like I need this. So just a fair warning for those people who are just pulling on Onion Knight because I get a free ability usage. And I think it's going to be great at the early start of Lithuania, right? It definitely does help to get extra abilities. But I'm just saying, in the long run, power creep will just, let you bypass that free ability usage. So I think you should really think about what other things the LD does. And to me, I really like it because it gives him extra attack. It gives him extra brave overflow. And the fact that it increases his brave damage and HP damage dealt is a very, very good addition. And the fact that it is a special effect rather than a frame buff that can be, removed, I really like that. About Onion Knight's LD, right? So, and I guess I should also mention that it does increase the party's brave as well, or max brave. So I think there's more to the LD than just the ability usage, and I cannot really understand, why people are just like looking at that. But There is more to him than just that. What else can I talk about Onion Knight? Well, I do think that he is underappreciated. Not a lot of people are going to be pulling for him because I do think. Well, I do really think that he's a great character. I think a lot of people think that he is pretty skippable, and I don't think I would argue that. Because looking at events that are coming, the next one is Arciela, and then you got Theodore's sort of like this next part of this story, right? Arciela's Lavinia relies on HP Silence, I believe, if I remember correctly, when I was doing the Lavinia. I do believe that's what it is. You need to... Oh, sorry, no. I think it's removing the enemy's buffs. So, yeah. It's not silence. It's being able to remove the buffs of the enemy. So, Onion Knight isn't exactly a dispeller, so he's not going to be able to help with that Lavinia kind of orb thing. Obviously, he's still going to be synergy, so he's going to be doing a ton of damage. And again, that enchant does help with the damage as well. So, and then the next one after that, which is Theodore's. That part of the story. I think it is also cleansing debuffs this time, if I'm not mistaken. Just trying to think. I mean, wait. I'm pretty sure I've done it in JP, but I just can't remember on top of my head. So I do apologize. But, I do feel like it is something that people are thinking that, yeah, I think I can skip him and just go for the next best thing, which is going to be the next burst character, which I think everyone has been waiting for, which is Paladin Cecil's LD/burst. And I guess if you compare the two, Paladin Cecil just will be on the top of those things. A lot of party buffs, like, I guess it's gonna be an unfair comparison. But what I'm trying to say is, if you are trying to argue, yeah, he's pretty skippable, I really can't argue with that. But if you're like, yeah, I think he's really great, I don't think I can argue with that either, because I do feel like, he is a little bit underappreciated. But that's just my opinion, and I think I'll end the video right here, guys. Please do remember to click like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help the channel. Would really appreciate it. And follow me on Twitter and on Facebook at Monchkinz Gaming. This is Monchkinz logging off. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next level.